Hello and welcome to your weekly reading for starseeds, light workers and Etmirians. And this week we are working with the starseed oracles, which are the those of you who resonate with star beings. And the reasoning behind the starseeds is that because people are often attracted to this word and what does it actually mean, and we are relating to your home planet or home star system that you have come from to Earth plane to bring the knowledge of that star system here. Often you feel misplaced because your home is there, and you feel absolutely drawn to return to your star roots, where your star family is. However, before you return, being on the earth plane, you have come for a purpose to gift your wisdom and your understanding of your home planet on this earth in this amazing time of awakening. You have volunteered to be here, and we are very, very grateful for you being here. Although the journey has been very, very dark, because we are dealing with dark energies, we are working with the light beings. And those who resonate with being light workers, the slight variation is in this format. You are working with multiples of star locations, and it may be within the same area, or it may be somewhere outside of your star, covering the whole of this universe within this universe. And the purpose there is to bring star groups, star memories and beings and wisdom to be able to align with the we'll be opening up the song lines, the star and new constellation song lines, which will come about when people are more aware of that aspect. And the third group that we are linking with are the Etmirians. And Etmirians have had many lifetimes within this universe, and resonate with both the light workers and the star beings, star seeds. But Etmirians come from beyond this universe, beyond this matrix, this computer game, this organic computer game that we find here. And it's bringing about the balance beyond time, which we will open up to. There is not in existence a oracle pack for Etmirians. However, I am working with guidance from my my guide, my soul spirit, to be able to bring about, and this is going to take some time to complete. I'm about halfway through on the cards that I am working on, the artwork, ink work, their ink drawings, to be able to tell the story to you through an oracle form, to bring the messages through that you will be able to work with and resonate with or not, and bring your own messages through from your own journey beyond this universe. Vitally important. We are shutting down this universe within 7,000 years. That will be the end of time. Totally imbalanced, to return to the same lineage of universes that this one has been birthed out of. But more on that journey as the Etmirian side of things will come about, and probably be in the form of a course, an inner group of people who resonate with being the Etmirians. So let us begin, and starseeds. And we are at this point in time. Many of us are coming out of lockdown. I think Scotland is actually a week behind England in coming to the end of the lockdown. We are heading, so people are saying, and Spirit is saying, into a much deeper, harsher lockdown. So rather than trying to get back to normal, the normal has gone. What you need to do is to empower your gift of who you are from your heart center in your creativity to prepare for the next leg of the journey. More people will be awakening with this these shocking times of the second lockdown, which is going to be far more severe than the one we have just been through. But it also provides a means of awakening those who are sleepwalking on this planet, and it is time for them to awake, or they're going to miss out on this truly amazing paradigm of changes from the third dimensional vibration into a fifth and above dimensional way of being, trading and living. So let us start with the pack of cards, and we'll see what messages are going to come through. Totally unplanned. This is all spirit guidance, whatever card that they will pull for you. And you may not resonate with all that there is, but please, my gift to you, just take whatever comes through, because it comes from the collective, the osmosis part, where all souls link in source, all equal, and I am just the oracle for what it is that the collective being wishes to impart. So we'll start with the first card, and we have Star Brothers, and it says here Horus energy. Although I do not relate to the limitations, these are just cards that have come through from another being. So we, being an Etmirian, will go much beyond what there is written there. But it says protection, loyalty, safety and trust. And these are the energies that we are going to be researching. And they are linking to your star source as to who you are. And you have your own energy. You don't need to link into the Horus energy. Yours is more powerful. Don't give your power away. That is the drugs of the old paradigm that we've come through, that you need to have a higher being or a higher source or whatever. No, you are the source of your protection and your connection to your star family. Vitally important. And within your star brothers, there are many, many planets here on Earth. Within the Soul Star, we have 40 planets, including Earth, which is generally hidden because there's some very, very beautiful beings on the planets in our own solar system. However, a star being resonates with a star that is out there in the heavens, and there are many of them. I've contacted something in the region of 115 different star beings that are working together with this Earth project that is kicking off now. Far greater than me. I just play my little role of divining the messages through to you. And they are actually saying to look to the heavens and resonate with your star place. The star clusters they're talking about. If we talk about the star cluster Sirius, it is a star system of 3, and within the 3, A, B and C, Sirius A, B and C, are 3 entirely different energies, but they are brothers within the same star group. And like all members of a family, you may find that you resonate more with one than another, but it's the harmonious living of different ancestral aspects of your star brothers that you need to look to for your own protection. And that's not talking things like Galactic Council. I don't feel as though they truly have Earth's protection at the heart. There's another agenda, although not as dark as the agenda of the ones that are on the planet at the moment. However, protection comes from within your heart by resonating with your own star and star group, and your family that is on your home star system is to where you need to look for safety and trust, and only from where you are resonating, and not be gullible enough to accept what other people are. And in the harmonious being of being true to yourself, only then will you align as an equal to other star systems and star brothers. There is many, many pathways ahead for Earth planet, and some of them are completely not at our best interest. There's a plan to sell off the planet as a whole, and that means all its resources just for protection to one of the star groups. But it's within your own star family that you need to look to be harmonious and to trade only with your own group. And although acknowledge that there are forces and energies outside of the star and planets that you resonate with, it is best to stay within your family, your star family, ones that you have gone down through many, many lifetimes since the universe has been birthed, since the Big Bang. That is where your protection still lies even today. And we go on to the partner of this one. And we have here, portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Now this is an interesting use of words, because for those of you who are realizing that the borders of Earth is going to be open, and that as a species, as a race, we are able to step through this door. Before you step through this portal, as a collective energy on this earth plane, we have to understand where we are going. And the people on Earth, the Etmirians, are being instructed by the beings that work only from a point of love, the energy of love, much, much higher than the vibrations on this planet. 7th, 8th, and even 9th dimensional beings within our own solar system that there has been deliberately disconnected with by those that have stopped the information. We are one of 40 planets in our system. We have our own members, and we need to talk about the reverse engineering of how we trade on this planet. Now, this is a subject that my spirit guides has been training me or waking me up to since the year 2000. And we have looked at it. I have stepped away to allow things to resonate, and then re-look again. And it's coming back onto the from the meeting at the Oval of the Etmir reward. It's a wildcard system that we will be operating within our group. This is small businesses that will be able to start the process of trading within each other on Earth before we step to the portal and come face to face with all the confusion of where do we trade with in the point beyond here. There are many, many options. We are at the moment trading at the mercy of the reptilian race that was here and worked alongside the Anunnaki, and actually are the ones that are behind the governments and the shadow government and all that's going on this planet. We pay a price as a human sacrifice, whereas in one continent alone there is an annual culling of humans, or disappearance of humans, at the rate of over 600 beings every single year, and that is happening in different volumes of feeding throughout the entire planet. Do you wish to embrace this further? If so, we need to step away on the third dimension energy it sits with. If we step forward into trading with handing our power away through such groups as like galactic protectors, we are actually selling for the protection of another species the power of our earth and our minerals and what we have here in exchange for a protection system. Or we can start to trade within the beings that do not wish to be part of any sort of system. We stand in our own true light, protected by our own self through the understanding of love. Protection is love, and by being in that vibration, we are then in a position where we can trade with beautiful beings, families that I've met, familiar with, who only operate from a moment of love. And this is not anything like the trading that we do on this planet on Earth. So we have options here. This is quite new, and I think Spirit is asking me to start to speak out on this matters, because when we go into the second lockdown, you will need to understand the truth, the full truth of what you are dealing with, and where you are either handing your power away through wanting some sort of protection. Look at the small print. What does it entail? And although they say not to rush in to anything until you fully understand what is on the other side of the portal. This is a big step for humanity on Earth. And at the moment, we need to look at sitting within our heart. All that glitters is not gold. So don't be attracted to a false commitment that by the time you get to the very tiny small print at the bottom, you realise that perhaps humans, people on Earth, are not quite as free as they are thinking they are. We go on to the next card. And this one is Earth Pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. And we have this figure here fully connecting with the vibration of the flowering mantle of Mother Earth, and literally allowing the energies to connect with the heartbeat within the centre. We allow the trickle of information to come to us. We do not force the entire waters. Waters is equivalent to emotions to overwhelm us. Mother Earth is allowing us to enjoy connecting so that the trickling of the information of what is beyond the portal to come through you. Time to relax, rest, go into the heart. Check that the heart center, your heart center, is in true alignment with Mother Earth, vibrating at love. And again, I shall emphasize, they're asking me to emphasize the fact that we are in Venus retrograde for 4 months since she started to go into this energy in the duality of Gemini. The going within and the balancing of the one with the other to reach the true point of the harmony of yourself aligning with your earth body of Mother Earth. And I'm to take the next card. Empathic star seeds, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Now, as a star seed, and as many of you are very empathic, you come from a planet, a star system of absolute pure love. You only resonate and understand the energy of love. That is not the lower form of the sexual love. This is the higher form of your love of you and the energy that you radiate into the world. By being in the heart of absolute love, the one thing that empathic star seeds has to learn is the fact that some star seeds, not of Earth, but walking amongst us, are on the other side of the mirror, sucking all our energies out of us. You have been there for many, many lifetimes. You have been told that that is what you are here to do, to feed. This is a false lie. You are not here to feed anyone. That doesn't mean to say that you are to step over the line and become a feeder. No, absolutely not. This is about you going into your star seed and empathically, through love, aligning with your star brothers, your true star lovers. And this is where your empathic energy needs to be focused on to go through in order to be able to rise and to honour the gifting of why you are here on the planet as a star seed in these emerging times. We will go, we have two. We will leave that one aside. That is the partner to this one. This is Well and Oracle Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. And this is for all you star seeds, and we link with the blue whales on Earth, and they have been here for a very long time, even before the Etmirian, not the Etmirians, the Lemurians and the Atlantis. They are not of them, they were here before them. And their purpose is, like the 13 grandmothers of the indigenous tribe, they use their sound that is emitted by having a body full of love, absolutely open to love. And by vibrating, they are holding the energies to keep open the star ley lines, like the different tribes, like the Aborigines, the Hopi, and the other tribes, the Mayan, and other star seeds, India, Tibet, that they are literally all over the world, and they are working alongside the blue whales on Earth. But we now are about to open the song lines through the sky whales for you who vibrate and are at a vibration of love, are now going to come together to open up the star lines to your star brother. This is a signal to them that the star lines going out through space are aligning once again with Mother Earth. And this has not happened since the Anunnaki and the reptilians. We're going back to a stage before the reptilians were even on this earth plane. They came in. Mother Earth actually tried to clear them out by going into an ice age, but there are those that came back again, absolutely determined to feed off the beings here, the humans at the moment. And so we will talk more on this later. This will come about, and you need to be absolutely in a place of love, inner vibration, opening up your inner heart center. I can't emphasize constant practice throughout the day, so that your vessel, the body that you are in, will vibrate at the right vibration for you. In the song, we're not talking words, we're talking sounds, vibration that you emit out through the core of your being, through your voice box. And we will continue. And this one is Lost Lands, Soul, Memories and Gifts. You've done this before. And you come here, and what you have done is you actually lost the connection of the journey that you have come through. And although this card speaks of the Lemurians and the Atlanteans, many of you are now beginning to remember that they are not all that they ever cut out to be. They were never the golden age. They stole the energy from you light beings that came before the Atlanteans and the Lemurians. And we're talking the Etmirians, means the world piece, as opposed to le mur, which means the brick wall, the wall, to block the information. We came from before then. So we will talk not of the lands of the Atlanteans and the Lemurians, but we will talk of 4 million years before, when the Etmirians came here to hold the vibration of love. They knew at the time of the shutdown, we were all slaughtered to be able to take the power of our core love, and they tried feeding it into the DNA of the Etmirians, not the Etmirians, the Lemurians and the Atlanteans. And it was done on the planet Saturn, but Saturn is also in retrograde. And this is a time for you to remember what has been blocked, soul memory, and what gifts that you actually hold, and that you've done this before these dark energies arrived with they refer to them as fallen angels, the arrivals of the reptilians, and also the Anunnaki. We are talking much, much earlier in our walk on this earth plane. With Mother Earth's blessings, we always work with Mother Earth's blessings. And this is saying, surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. And the making of love is an inner journey, not the darker outward journey, but it's about being love of oneself. And only in the pureness of the love of yourself, and absolutely no fear. You are in the love vibration, pulsating with Mother Earth. You will then attract people of your star brothers who are also resonating from a point of love energy to work together to reunite the star systems that you are part of. And we are looking at the Earth pulsating down to the Venus energy, which has gone retrograde. But they're also talking about the portal and the lost lands. Using these energies here rather than reading them across, they are saying to emphasize we don't want to go to the wrong lost lands, false memories. You want true memories. And by Venus being in retrograde, walking with the Saturn retrograde and also the Jupiter retrograde, these are actually bringing back your soul memories as to the truth of where you have come from and your star brothers. And the last one is we are looking at the seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Now this is a sea of emotion, and for those of you who are not aware, that Mintaka is actually in the belt of Orion. Now many of us Etmirians, and I've had conversations with this, and it's linked to the layout of the pyramids in Egypt, and their original intention was not to align with Orion. That is what happened in the Star Wars, the 600,000-year Lauren Star Wars, where the dark energies manipulated, think Star Wars, and took out entire star systems to realign these pyramids to Mintaka in the belt of Orion. On the other side of this particular portal, and I have explored this well over a decade and in this life ago, you will find Ra. Ra is a star being in another universe. It is a portal to another universe, a reptilian universe that is actually dying. And it's through the agenda of Ra and the reptilians that have come about all the religious beasts in all their different formats here on the earth plane, through the not the Etmirians, the Lemurians and the Atlantis people. And this is what the Etmirians wish you to remember, the wars in the heavens that went on, that literally churned up everything, and why many of us feel absolutely sick at Orion. Orion has 10 stars, which lead to the outer part of the form of the configuration within the constellation, and all of these 10 stars are reptilian royalty. They have a vested interest in what's going on here, and the taking away by the substituting of our inner power to rely on Ra and the bringing about of the various religions here on the earth. Now, I will leave that with you for today, and some of these star readings are getting quite heavy, But it's imperative that you start to make a clear decision before you step through as to where you want your life. Do you want to remain within the control of the reptilian races? Do you want to go into the next level up? And not all, but a lot of the stars within the Pleiadian systems are linked to the Galactic Federation, which is like a brotherhood of aligning stars or emerging planets under their protection. But it means that you need to sacrifice at a level. You are not at the dark level of the reptilians, but you are not free beings. And there is the other one where you're linking with your own star brothers within our own soul system, and you are welcomed guests to bring your wisdom to Earth at this time. And that is a better way, I feel, would be workable for you. When we come out of the second lockdown, you need to be absolutely firm in your mind as to what you will accept, what you won't, and stand firm regardless of the outcome as to what you're going to connect with through the portal. Right, we have the first card. So I'm assuming that we can move forward. Yes, they're saying that. And the first one is Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. This is going from third dimension up through at least fifth dimension and way above that. Not all systems operate above five dimensions. We're looking at the Pleiadians, and it is well known that they were operating out of the fourth dimension, having fallen somewhat. So be very, very wary of giving your power away. You are the power, you are the star being, and now is the time for you to take your place on this planet Earth with all that you hold. So I'm going to, can we put that one? No, I'm going to put that one over here. I think we'll put, they want a total of 3 cards. Okay, that will fit in. So we will take the next one. Blue star. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. And by going into your heart and literally turning your back on what has been, that's all false information. This is not new information, but it's been lost information. And by going into the stillness of connecting with Mother Earth and going into your heart center, your blue star, which sits within you, will light your way to remember where you have come from, your true mission here on the earth plane. We'll go on to a third one and the final one for this reading. And it says, no limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. And this is important. You are a star being. Many of you are also light beings, but you also understand what being a star being is, and we use that term for this place because we are concentrating on the star connections. You do not need to limit yourself by giving your power away when we step through this door to a federation of protection. You are the protection for the planet. That is what you've come by harnessing your connection, your true whale song, opening up the song lines from the heart of who you are to your own star system outside of the soul star system that we are in at the moment, to bring your wisdom and your protection of your inner unlimited potential. So we will leave it there. I do hope this has been of hope, don't know why, okay, of hope, in rebuilding the lost lands. But don't take my word for it. If it vibrates with you, that is because your soul is actually resonating with what I'm saying. Find the blue star within your heart center and follow your star, your heart star. This is your heart star that I often speak of, and I close the reading, which I will do so also in a minute, of following your heart star. That is the only answer for you to fully understand the truth of who you are. Soul memories and gifts. Your gifts, your inner gifts. And you have done this walk many, many times before. This is not new for you to have gone into a planet of such density, such controlling issues. But by awakening, it is time to awaken your inner star to shine. Well, have a fantastic week until we meet again. And may your heart star shine brightly.